Good afternoon, dear beloveds. This is White Wolf. I'm going to move the camera just a tad, but I'm going to start off by enacting protocols. Call upon the lilac fire dragon, earth and water dragon, earth and fire dragon, quiet speed dragon, golden orange dragon, Ezekiel, my two black dragons, the black dragon from Saturn, the alpha dragon, Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Sandalphon, Raphael, Mother Mary, Saint Germain, the Intergalactic Council, Galactic Federation of Light, grandfather, grandmother, and the tribal women are also in attendance. And so it is. But I was walking out in the world today and I've seen a lot of pain. I've seen a lot of impatience. I've seen a lot of suffering. And when you're an empathic person and when we're awakening things out of the collective and when we're very, very empathic, we feel the pain. We feel that we need to keep our eyes on love. We need to keep our eyes on the right things and not the wrong things. We need to stay in our lane, and we can't be a part of the opposition. We can't be a part of the problem, but we need to be a part of the solution. So when people are doing things wrong, don't give credence to that. Don't give credit to that. Don't look at their mess. Focus on your own mess. Stay in your own lane. Don't give your power away to someone else doing the wrong thing. Don't talk about how people are doing wrong, because there's a lot of people that would love to be in the position where you are right now. They would love to do live feeds and be who you are and be a light worker, and maybe there's so many different paths to source. But I was walking home, coming home from the gym, and I saw this 16-year-old girl. She was so dejected, she was in such despair, she was in such pain. And you know what I did? I prayed over that girl because she needs Jesus. Some people really need Jesus. We need to help people even more. The service to others path is so needed, but sometimes you need to become the teacher. You need to become the master. And some of my greatest eye-opening experiences, some of my greatest opening experiences was discovering my own mess, discovering my own flaws, discovering my own way of coping with what I deal with on a day-to-day basis. And there's been 2 days where I've had weird dreams. I haven't felt up to speed. I was feeling very tired. I was feeling very angry and impatient. But that's what the whole collective is experiencing right now. We're all experiencing this impatience. We're all experiencing this lack of energy, this lack of wealth, this lack of prosperity. But at some point, if we keep looking at lack, if we keep looking at our own ways to escape from our true nature, and we don't see the value in ourselves, how are we going to ever see the value in someone else? How are we going to keep looking through our sense of perception? And our window is very, very dirty. And we're looking at other people, and we're looking at the world, and we're seeing it in a very disgusting light. How are we ever going to improve ourselves so that we can improve others? If people are doing the wrong things and people are spending money for people that are doing activations and they don't know what they're channeling, don't give your power away to that. Don't point that person out. Stay in your own lane. Stay within your own power. Do the right thing. Help people. Be a blessing to others. And when you can't be a blessing to yourself, how are you going to be a blessing to others? How are you not going to see the value within yourself before you see the value in others? But sometimes we're subject to our environment. And if we're in an environment that doesn't reflect to us wealth and prosperity and change and wonderment and fulfillment, then we don't know. And when we awaken, where we have the ability to show people how important they are, how chosen they are, how anointed they are, how graceful that they can be, how they can be the next Tony Robbins. I mean, we have seeds of greatness within us. We have an amazing prophetic way we can move mountains, we can heal people, we can give readings to people, we can give people clarity. But if people are not shown that, you might be the person to show someone today that they are loved, that they are cherished, that they are a prized possession of the Creator within. But we have to be the person to instill that within others. We are lifting the veil over somebody's eyes as I'm speaking right now. We're speaking things into existence. We're reflecting things to ourselves when we go live. So if you're talking about negative things, if you're talking about dark things, if you're talking about things that are not breathing life, you got to breathe life. You cannot breathe death. You must breathe life. That is what Source is. And I'm going to share out to all the groups. I don't see myself right now, but I'm going to share out. And as I'm sharing out, please share out. It would be much appreciated. And we could use all the donations that we can get so that we can help people in a different way. Start hosting retreats, start doing workshops. We want to do that for others. But if you can't have the idea, the mindset of wealth within your mind, the prosperous spirit of what Source is, then how are you ever going to be prosperous? If you keep looking at the world with disdain, with negativity, with things that are not breathing life into people, then you're a part of the problem. If you are always talking about negativity, then negativity will be your reality. Your words are your reality. Your emotions, how can you align your emotions with your said reality? Your emotions are bringing an attention to what you need to deal with. Your triggers, your impatience, your anger, it can be a whole plethora of things. But it's all showing us something. Even me walking home from the gym was showing me that I am very, very blessed, and I have no reason to complain about my situation right here, right now. We all have bad days. We all have weak days. We all have days that we're not in our full authority, in our full strength. We all have these days. But most days I feel victorious. Most days I have declarations that I put on my life. We are here to lend, not to borrow. We are in the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. I believe with that with my whole heart. But if you are not speaking blessing over people's lives, if you're not praying over people, if you are just being a part of the problem and you are tearing down the collective, then the collective is not going to change. If you're not willing to walk away from people that don't breathe life into you, that don't value you, that don't think that you're important, then ditch that old paradigm. If you have a teacher or a mentor, you got to walk away from them. If you have a relationship that's bringing you down, you have to walk away from it and walk into the highest light of your destiny. We are prophetic beings. We are living the New Testament. We are the new age. We are the newfound consciousness. And if consciousness is not within a specific paradigm, if it's always expanding, then that means we're in the stretching zone. And if we're in the stretching zone, we have endless possibilities. We have infinite possibilities because this is the infinite reality. In all of the lifetimes that we lived, we've done this whole thing wrong. We were doing the same thing and expecting a different result. You can be a barrier breaker today. You can be the one that breaks the generational curse. I know that for a fact that I'm breaking the generational curse right as I'm speaking right now. As I'm doing this right now, there is energy behind what I'm saying. I am speaking through my higher self, which is speaking empowerment, importance, resonance. We need to speak resonance so that people resonate with our message so that they can get the word around. And I've noticed this one thing. We're not bringing hope to people. All of the TV shows that are on television, all of the things that are on our commercials, they want us to be stupid. They want us to be lacking. They want us to resist and stop following our dreams. They want us to order stuff off of Amazon all the time and not go out and breathe life within this world. They don't want us to be prosperous. They want us to be controlled within the paradigm of the program. They want us to be a program. They want us to be robotic. But we are not that. We are human beings. But we are another individuation of what God is. We are Source in human form. We're a lot like Jesus. We are royalty. We have the royal bloodline. But what we don't understand is that we don't understand how important and invaluable we are. We are worth millions. The human body is worth millions of dollars. So how are you not beautiful? How are you not immaculate? How are you not a perfect individuation of what Source is? But what you guys have to understand is that we got to keep our eyes on love. We got to keep our eyes on doing the right thing. We have to keep our eyes on the message. And if our message is not empowering, if our message is not filled with hope, if our message is filled with negativity, disdain, and just wanting to be a part of the problem, then what are we doing? If we're afraid to post on here today and talk about what we need to talk about and express our most authentic expression and speak the truth when it needs to be spoken, then what are we doing? We're being a part of the problem. We cannot suppress the creativity that is inside all of us. We can't suppress this God that is running within us. But really what it is that we don't see the value in ourselves, and we don't see the value in the world. We don't see how we can be valuable to other people. Because since we don't see our value, we don't see our importance, we don't see our purposeful purpose in this life, that's what our problem is. We have a purposeful purpose. We have a prophecy to fulfill. We have a destiny to fulfill. We have service to others. We have people that we're speaking into their lives, and it's up-leveling their lives as I'm speaking right now. You don't know what a sense of hope that you can breathe into someone's life today. You don't know a helping hand that you are on the path of enlightenment, that you are right at this second, because you're keeping your eyes on love. You're staying in your own lane. You're not worried about what the accuser is doing. And I'm going to say this, and I know some of you may not like the Bible. Some of you look at it from a negative perspective. But it's an accuser spirit that is within the paradigm of this collective. We're accusing things out of other people. We're speaking negativity onto people. We're bringing up negative things. We're bringing up a lot of darkness. We can't give credit to the darkness no longer. The darkness was a part of our old paradigm for a long time, but we're shedding light within this dark world. But the only way that the world is going to change is if we change so that we can make the world a better place. But if we don't change, if we don't try to do things a little differently, if we don't try to extend the hand to other people, then what I'm saying is really useless. There's some of you that can do great things. There's some of you that are more powerful than me. But you just don't know your power. You just don't know how to have the responsibility with that said power. But there's a lot of lessons to learn. But sometimes you got to be the master within. Sometimes you got to learn your own lessons. Sometimes you got to figure out your authentic expression. MorningStar could only go live with me so many times. But I had to find my own voice. I had to put myself out there. That's why I went live every day, because I had to figure out what it was that I wanted to do for people. Did I want to be a healer? Did I want to speak motivation? Do I want to empower people? Do I want to be honest with what I'm saying? Do I want to speak the truth? And that's what it boils down to. If you're not speaking with your higher self, then you are just speaking from a lower vibration. And once you speak from the higher vibration, there's not many levels that you have to go up in order to speak that vibration into existence. But it's how we carry ourselves. Just because the world is a mess doesn't mean we have to be a mess. Just because someone else is doing the wrong thing doesn't mean that we have to shed light on them doing the wrong thing. We got to do the right thing. We got to stay in our own lane. We got to be honest with ourselves. And if we are doing the best that we can, then that's awesome. Then that's transcendence. Then that is the best that you can do with the space that you have. So use what you can do within this moment. Create within the space that you have. And purify where you're coming from, so that when you get to your destiny, you don't rush it. You don't miss out on something. You don't miss out on some healing that you needed to do. Maybe there's still some emotions that you have to get past. Maybe there's triggers that are happening within your consciousness still. And every time that we have an emotion, it's trying to show us something. It's not negative. We always look at it from a negative light. So if you're having more positive thoughts during the day, that is more in alignment with your true state of being than it is having negative thoughts. And I'm not saying I'm the best at this. I'm not saying that I am Mr. Enlightenment, but I'm doing the best that I can. I'm a very empathic person, and I'm only as powerful as the tenderness of my heart, because I am a very empathic person. I feel people. When someone says, "You feel me?" Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel everybody. I can feel the energy of everyone. But you have to learn that you have to be that beacon of light when you're going through the shadow of the valley of death. But you will not fear no evil. The evil is only a tool that God uses. It cannot be what Almighty God is. And if you are another individuation of what Source is, you are high and mighty. You are not the Alpha and the Omega, but you are a prophet of the Lord. You are here to heal people, to bring light to something, to give people hope, to give people clarity, to give people happiness. But you got to fix yourself. You can't expect MorningStar and White Wolf to fix you. You got to fix you. You got to realize your value, how valuable you are. You got to realize how important you are. You are the chosen, and the chosen were meant to be rebels. And as the chosens are rebels, it's not a rebellion of anarchy and disdain and hatred. It is a rebellion of love, light, and wisdom. That's what we need, more oracles in our lives. That's why I want to create and plant seeds of oracles of love, light, and wisdom. That is the only way that the world is going to be at a better place. That is the only way that the world is going to change. That's the only way that we're going to make the world a better place, is that if we make our inner world a better place, and we get on here, without any self-judgment, without any doubt, without any sliver of hindrance towards our message, and we let our higher self come through and speak the blessings, speak the prayer, speak the holy matrimony of what Source is into existence, then somebody will be blessed by this today. They will hear this, and then they'll be like, maybe my situation isn't so bad. Maybe I can do something. Maybe I can quit my job. Maybe if I'm not liking the state that I'm in, that I can feel the pain until I can't feel it anymore. And then I can breach through that and break the barrier of that said pain. Maybe if I wanted to move out of state and I wanted to experience a different reality, you can do that. You do not have shackles on you. You are not being controlled anymore. That's what we do when we awaken. We are breaking barriers of darkness, because the darkness has been having a lot of control over this world. But now that's not the point. That is not what is happening today. We are the light, and we shine, and we speak worlds into existence. The light will not be defeated. The gifting cannot be contended with. But what we do sometimes is we don't see how transcendent we are. We always think linear. We always think that maybe I'm just average. Maybe I can't make it. Maybe this is it. But if you can't be happy with where you are right now, if you can't be happy with who you are right now, if you can't be happy that you're doing the right thing, and it doesn't matter if someone else is doing something wrong and they're benefiting from it, God's going to find out. And when God finds out, they're going to pay an ultimate price. The spiritual awakening will cost you so many different things. But it will cost you all the things that are holding you back, that are keeping you limited, that are keeping you stuck, that are keeping you lacking something, that are keeping you from being prosperous, from being wealthy, from being healthy, from being renewed and restored, and emulating love. But if we keep our eyes on love, if we keep forgiving ourselves, if we keep forgiving others, if we don't hold grudges, if we don't keep focusing on the negative and we focus on the positive, even when we are negative. Because I can tell you this morning, I was not feeling good. I was feeling angry. I was feeling tired. I've been having weird dreams. But that is not who I am. In my truest form, that is not who I am. I am not Jesus. I am not Archangel Michael. I never claimed to be any of those things. But I know that White Wolf is a leader. And I know MorningStar and I are kings and queens of the universe. And we can do great things. And we want to do great things. But sometimes you have to treat yourself like a king. Not that you're better than everybody else. Not that you have more than anybody else. Not that you're trying to put people down. But you have an all-is-well attitude. That nothing can faze you. You're unshakable. You can never be ungrounded by what anyone says. People, you don't have to seek approval from the universe to become who you are. The universe will work for you. We just try to do too much work, and we build up too much resistance, and we try to control everything and base it on outcome, and then say that I can't manifest anything, that I can't do this, that I can't do that. Yes, you can. You always have a good day, even when you have a bad day. You always are prosperous. You just don't think you're prosperous. I don't care if you have 20 bucks in your bank account. That does not determine who you are. Your wealth does not determine who you are. Your state of being, your frequency, your vibration, your heart determines who you are and who you want to be. So where can you focus your energy at? And really, it is all dependent on where we're focusing our energy at. Are you focusing your energy down the wrong line of sight? Where are you focusing your energy? Maybe you need to become a salesman. Maybe that's who you are. I don't know. Maybe you are a knight in shining armor to somebody. Maybe you do want to wear that armor. Does it make you feel comfortable? Does it make you feel like that represents who you are? Who cares that the universe thinks that you have to do this certain thing? That's what we keep doing. We keep acting like that we're being controlled, that we're stuck in this 3D bubble and we can't get out. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's the biggest lie that anyone has ever sold you. You don't have to work 40 years to the bone and think that you have to go on a vacation and do what you want to do. Just because your family thinks that you are the black sheep of the family does not mean you're doing the wrong thing, because that means that God knows that you're doing something very beautiful, but in someone else's eyes, it looks like the wrong thing. But it doesn't matter what it looks like in their eyes. It only matters what it looks like in the eyes of Almighty God. So where are you going to focus your energy at? You got to keep your eyes on love. You got to keep your eyes on being victorious. You got to keep your eyes on the I amness, the all that there is, the container of all things. And if you are the container of all things, there is no limitation to what you can do. There is nothing holding you back. The only person that is holding us back is the imposter self, the accuser that tells us that we can't do what we need to do. So if you see someone that are doing activations for people that are not doing the right thing, don't focus on that. Focus on you. Focus staying in your lane, staying within your moral compass, staying within your frequency, surrounding yourself with inspiration, surrounding yourself with the things that make you feel loved. And keep your eyes on love. And when you keep your eyes on only what you want to perceive, then the rest becomes very, very easy. It doesn't matter all this noise that is going around. Ignore the roar. You got to ignore that. You got to ignore the naysayers, the haters. You got to ignore anything that goes against your true state of being. You have to disregard it. And it doesn't matter if it's someone that you highly respect. It doesn't mean that we resonate with everything that we say. But it's not about agreeing or disagreeing. It's about alignment or not alignment. It is about seeing the grace and not seeing the disgrace. Don't put an obstacle in front of your eyes so that you can't see the beauty here. Sometimes we have this thing that plays in our mind. It's like a recording that just plays on within our consciousness. And it's been playing for many, many lifetimes. It keeps going and going and going. But this time, you broke away. You broke the chains that kept you from lacking. We don't throw our pearls away to the swine. We can't give our pearls away. We can't just let go of everything that makes us who we are. We got to embrace all the trials and the tribulation and the challenge and the troubles and the times where you are failing or when it feels like you're failing, because we never really fail. We never are lacking something. We just make ourselves believe that we're lacking something. We make ourselves believe a lot of things. But it's different when you know, when you have the inner knowing, when you have the inner brilliance within you. You got to walk away from everything that didn't make and confirm what you are. I guess that guy ran out of gas because he came back around. So I think I've talked enough. I think you guys got the gist of this message, and we're going to get into some healings. Feel free to donate. Feel free to make an appointment with me and MorningStar. It will change your life. Go to bitchute, MorningStar and I Am Movement. Go to our YouTube channel, MorningStar and I Am Movement. Go to TikTok, MorningStar and I Am Movement. And also check us out on Facebook at I Am Movement. in this moment, you are becoming the oracle of love, light, and wisdom, which is God in human form. It's another individuation of Source. It's before creation. And what we're working towards is after creation, so we can experience the absolute. A new being, a new beginning. Because we are the beginning and the end, dear beloveds. But I want you all to take a deep breath. But when I snap my fingers, you will come back to. You will up your frequency. Something will be activated in you. There will be a change. There will be a new way. There will be a new day within your state of being. There will be a new way that you handle things. A new perspective. A newfound consciousness. And you will try to emulate on keeping your eyes on love. Take one last deep breath. That was powerful. I wasn't able to share out, so if you guys could share out, please share out. And I hope you enjoyed this message. Please go to MorningStar I Am Movement bitchute. Go to TikTok MorningStar I Am Movement TikTok. And please go to her YouTube channel, I Am Movement. And it's I capital M capital M capital Movement. The rest is lowercase. So if this helped you, if this sparked some life into you, God bless all of you. I would love to see you next time. And like the I Am Movement on Facebook. And if you make a decision to make an appointment with me in MorningStar, it will change your life. It will bring some spice into your life. And I hope that our messages, our lives, help you sprinkle a little fairy dust on your life. And I know that sounds very funny, but you get the point. So you all have a blessed evening, wherever you are, morning, noon, night, all over the world. God bless you, and you all have a wonderful day.